name is LoeyLane, and I'm so excited to tell you guys about my new podcast, Internet Urban Legends, with my BFF, Sinister.
We deep dive into the darkest corners of the internet to uncover whether some of the most notorious web myths are hoax or whether they're con. Internet Urban Legends, available exclusively on Spotify.
Hello, my loves. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you are new here. Hi, hello, my name is Loey, and welcome to episode 10 of an ongoing series I have here on this channel, where we dive into the haunted side of TikTok. Oh, TikTok, you have both blessed and cursed me with some of the scariest material I have ever seen. I know so many of you love this series, and it's thanks to you that I'm able to make it here on my channel. You guys are the ones who always tag me and your favorite or viral scary paranormal findings over on TikTok. It makes my job a lot easier because when I see a ton of people tagging me on the same video, I know it's gonna get good. To celebrate the 10th installment of this series, we have a whopping 15 TikToks to go over. So today's video may be a little bit longer than others in this little series, but I didn't think you would mind too terribly much. Like I said, it's gonna be a longer one, so I'm grabbing myself a little snack courtesy of today's video sponsor, Verb Energy. You may be able to notice that the sun is kind of starting to go down around me. It is about 5 p.m. here, and this is kind of the point where I really wish I could have that third cup of coffee for the day. But I know I will get jittery and crash afterwards, and that's where Verb Energy bars come in. Now, I had actually tried these off of the recommendation of my friend Danny Austin before they offered to sponsor a video here on this channel, which is why I was so excited to work with them. This cute little bar is so slim and compact. You could stick it in your pocket, you could stick it in your bag, it can go in your work bag, like it can literally fit anywhere, but this baby packs a serious punch. Verb Energy bars are 90 calories, low in sugar. They have so many delicious flavors, which I will talk about in a moment, but most importantly, at least for me, they have about 65 milligrams of caffeine in them, which is about the same amount of caffeine that's in an espresso, but they're made with organic green tea. When I say green tea, some of you may think it's like matcha flavored or something, but they have so many different flavors and you can't like taste the green tea. Although honestly, that would be a great flavor. You're welcome, Verb. This one is chocolate chip banana bread, which is so good. I also love the peppermint mocha flavor. They're also gluten-free, dairy-free. They're fully vegan, actually, which is really, really cool. They can fit literally anywhere, so they're really easy to take on the go. I think they'd be perfect for like a post-workout or just like a pick-me-up if you needed it through the day. I work from home, so like I said, whenever I really wish I could have that third cup of coffee, I grab one of these bad boys and it perks me right up. If you want to give Verb a try, they actually have a trial pack where you can test out their top 4 flavors, one of them being that peppermint mocha that I love so much, also blueberry crisp, salted peanut butter, and double chocolate, and you can get this trial pack for just the cost of shipping, which is less than $1. So if you want to give Verb a try, you can do so by clicking the link in my description box down below and get 4 of the top selling flavors of Verb Energy bars for only 95 cents to cover shipping. Once again, get your Verb Energy trial pack, including 4 of the top selling flavors that Verb has to offer by clicking the link in my description box down below. You get the pack for free and only pay 95 cents for shipping. Okay, y'all, it is mid-September at this point. Number one, where in the heck is 2021 going? I'm deeply disturbed. But being this far into fall already, we are really getting into spooky season. I'm so excited for the month of October and all of the fun stuff that I have coming up for you for Halloween. So what better way to kick off spooky season here on my channel than to revisit the haunted side of TikTok. Like I said, today we're taking a look at 15 TikToks that you guys tagged me in over on TikTok. Obviously, if you ever see something that you want me to cover in a future one of these videos, or if you just see something you think I would think is creepy, make sure to follow me at LoeyBugXO over on TikTok and tag me on your scariest finds. The first 4 TikToks actually come from a singular account called Tender Slug. We could have an entire video dedicated to this account within itself. However, I think that Tender Slug does a really good job in kind of like these recap videos explaining what has happened so far. One day, Tender Slug opens her door to find a puppet doll sitting outside of her home. Upon investigating this puppet doll, she strangely finds that there are a ton of what looks like animal bones tied up in red string inside, as well as a piece of paper that says Abigail. Now, after receiving this anonymous puppet doll as a gift, bizarre things begin to happen around the poster's home, including the doll being caught on camera moving on its own and also having a really strange reaction to being cleansed with smoke. I mean, the doll like jerked away from the cleansing as though it couldn't stand it, which is never a good sign, probably. To also add to the creep factor, a smaller doll was found inside of the doll. So the gifts within the gifts just keep growing. Within this first video that I kept being tagged in, the poster also said that they got a second doll delivered to their home. Not nearly as creepy as the first in my personal opinion. This looks just more like a traditional doll. But with this doll came a set of numbers that wound up being coordinates. When the poster went to the coordinates, they found more bones as well as a small like note in a bottle that read, "Where you'll find me now." So, quite the start to this entire saga, but this is just where it begins. In an update video, after recapping pretty much everything I just told you, Tender Slug does say that she got rid of the doll named Abigail, the puppet, who originally came, who was moving on its own, and who had that crazy reaction to being like cleansed with smoke.
I got rid of the doll. I got rid of Abigail because that last night was just too much, and a lot of people were like, why did you throw her? That's so disrespectful. She's a good spirit. She seems like she's okay. Like, well, you're not here. You don't know.
So Tender Slug says that she got rid of it because just everything that had happened was too much. It was freaking her out. She also has a small child, so she did what she thought was best and got rid of it. It does seem here that one very specific event was pushing her over the edge, despite all of the weird things that had happened around the doll. Specifically, when our poster heard banging sounds coming from a different room in the house, she walked in to find the puppet doll floating in the air on its own. This was the point that she decided enough was enough and she got rid of it right then. However, she did decide to keep the second doll because she hadn't really had any weird experiences with it. There's also some talk here, we're not focusing on this too heavily in this video, but this talk of a like photo frame with a picture of a lady that she had thrifted, and she winds up saying that she'd been having dreams about it. So those are like the first 3 videos. Those 2 kind of update videos plus the one where she's talking about the doll hanging in the air. Video number 4, I think, is where this entire story takes a turn for the sinister. Now, our poster had begun getting emails from random people in regards to the dolls, to her videos, whatever. One of the emails that the poster got about this entire thing really freaked her out, and she wound up blocking the email sender, and she talked about it a little bit, but I think that the second email that she got was way creepier.
Trying to keep it together. So anyway, got an email last night, right? Stayed at my mom's. I'm fine, everything's fine. I wake up this morning, I blocked the email. I'm like, it's okay. Well, it was like a burner account, right? Well, I wake up to another email from a burner account with an even creepier video. I will show you, but like trigger warning, content warning. There's bugs, it's weird, it's very specific to my situation. It's just very creepy, very unsettling, and I hate it.
In the video, there's almost this like cross-like thing, like this stick cross thing, covered in bugs. Then whoever is like filming this video puts a baby doll head on top of the cross. And then we're shown kind of like in the next shot, it's almost like a silent film in a weird way. Like there's very intentional like graining and stuff put over the top of it. And it's just really weird and creepy. So in the next shot, we're shown that this isn't just like a cross with a baby doll head and bugs all over it. It is a stick figure doll. And whoever was filming this video to email to our poster starts making the stick figure dance by puppeteering it basically on strings. Very weird. As a result of everything that had happened, Tender Slug and her fiance put up a camera in hopes of catching anything else that might happen. You'll want to check out the account for the full story, as I left out a lot in this video and there's so much more material over on the page. A lot of people are saying ARG, you know, potential scary story, but we don't really have confirmation of it. And no matter what it is, It is fascinating. TikTok number 5 comes from a new poster, Joshua Rowe Billard 2, who posts a video of basically something they caught on camera at what they said was an abandoned camp.
Uh-oh.
So after you see the video for yourself, it is short and sweet, but very, very creepy. The lights are flickering in this like long hallway that the poster is filming, and there is what appears to be someone sitting at the end of this hallway. The poster says, uh-oh, which I think makes it very clear they were not expecting anyone to be sitting there, they weren't with anyone, whatever. And I just thought this was a very interesting video of like a potential shadow person or something. It gave me the heebie-jeebies when I watched it for the first time. So what do you guys think? The next haunted TikTok was posted by Genevieve's Monster, who caught her daughter, who she calls LoeyLane, when she walks into the room while the two of them are just like home alone. It's mostly dark in the surroundings, but for some reason, when LoeyLane comes over to her mother, there's another shadow of a second person that can be seen walking away.
LoeyLane, come here. LoeyLane, who are you playing with? What are you doing?
The mother asks, who were you talking to? And it's kind of unclear whether or not she knew in the moment that she had caught that shadow on camera. There have weirdly been a lot of like viral paranormal TikToks with kids lately. And this one went super viral, just millions of views. Everyone was tagging me in it for like the last month, I think, since it was posted. It comes from I'm a Grown Up Too, and it features basically a little girl and a grown adult man family member. As this family member approaches the little girl, watch what happens to the bag on his arm.
When you finally get the ghost on camera, gotta play it so the baby doesn't get scared.
Hi, afraid girls. Look at your pretty new shoes. You got such pretty shoes. Hi, how are you? I didn't know you were here.
Many people have stated that he knew whatever was there, because at one point he looks away from the little girl off to his side and addresses something else, saying, I didn't know you were here, while never breaking the baby voice. That's when the bag goes flying. This video is sitting at a whopping 12.5 million views currently for a reason. It's really unsettling, and even the video, like the caption within the video, says that they caught the ghost on camera. It's wildly unsettling and just gives me a really bad feeling. It's kind of crazy to think paranormal activity like that can happen in broad freaking daylight. Like, of course it can, but I feel like you don't hear about that often. It always happens in the middle of the night, at the witching hour, you know. TikTok 8 comes from real or fake, with a 3 instead of an E over on TikTok. I was debating on putting this in this video because it's not necessarily like haunted, I guess. It's more of a Mandela effect thing, but I ended up putting it in here because it happens with a really specific room in his house, which makes me think that the place is haunted. Anyway, you kind of just have to watch it for yourself.
And I'm going to show it to you live. This book, this is one of my nephew's books. It's just an old book. It's something my brother and I used to have growing up. I started to look on the internet about this crap, and some weird stuff going on here with this name, Berenstain Bears. I had this book. Again, it's my nephew's, but I had this book in my closet from when they came over. I wanted to give it back to them. I planned on going out there to see them. And I dug it out, and I noticed that the Berenstain had said Berenstain in that room. But I come out here into just the normal other part of the house, and it says this. So just so you know, I'm not crazy. I'm going to show you as I pass through this doorway what happens, and it's weird. All right, it happens when it gets in the room. See it? And then back out here, normal. Yeah, what the Yeah? And then normal. This just creeps me out, man. I don't even like to be in this room anymore. But I sleep in here. I mean, look at that. That is changing right there. Anyway.
I wanted to think that this had to be a trick of the eye. Like when he passed under the shadow of the door frame or something, we saw an E instead of an A with the Berenstain Bears, whatever. I don't understand how that works. He crosses into the other room and the A turns into an E. What could that even mean? That throws a hole into so many Mandela effects, and now I want him to try out every single Mandela effect in that room. Now, the next one comes from Sarah9 Herrera, who posted a short video of their yard really early in the morning. You can kind of see in this clip, it's just like a black and white, like Ring doorbell clip, basically one of those security cameras that people will have outside of their home. You can see on the left what looks like a blurry, smoky kind of figure. And when it moves away, you see the rocking chair going back and forth, as though somebody is sitting and rocking in it. Now, if you wanted to say it was the wind, if you look at all the trees around, nothing is moving, nothing is rustling. Everything is still, except, of course, for the rocking chair where we just happen to see what looked like a shadowy, ghostly figure. This one doesn't freak me out as much as I think it's just really, really cool. I wonder if they have a relative who passed who is just hanging out, or, I don't know, a former person who lived in the home just wants to spend a nice morning outside. Either way, it's really, really fascinating. All right, we have another account where we're taking multiple TikToks. So this goes for the next 2 TikToks, which come from the poster Josiah Worley. And when I first saw his video that everybody was tagging me on, I thought, my God, what a fascinating one-off thing. But this man has been dealing with one of the craziest hauntings I've ever seen in my life.
I saw that. Tell me pretty lies. Nope. No, not today, bro. Not today, bro. Look, hands down, not a doubt. Y'all saw that?
So the poster is playing video games when he notices what seems like something moving across the room. His paper towels slide across the table on a metal holder and fall onto the ground while he is sitting across the room. He reacts in such a way where he's like, you know, I caught it, I caught you, whatever, which made me, of course, think, oh my God, this has to be more than a one-time occurrence. So I started digging through his account, and he, like I said, is dealing with such a bizarre haunting in the place that he lives. But there was one other video that I thought was particularly freaky. In this video, he hears his bathroom faucet running and goes to investigate.
That's my faucet. That is my faucet. That's my faucet. Oh my God. Oh my God. Fuck me.
Whatever is in that bathroom slams the door shut in his face. And when reopening the door, the poster puts it all the way against the wall, showing that nobody was in there. The shower curtain is also open. No physical person was in that space to slam the door shut. Whatever is in his home is very active, and I feel really bad for him that he has to deal with it, because it seems intense. Speaking of intense, TikTok number 12 comes from a mother who is kind of like putting out a plea to get help for whatever it is her son is experiencing. The video comes from Sanchez Mila, and like I said, it's just like a genuine and honest petition to random people on TikTok who may stumble across the video to ask if anyone knows what to do in her situation. And the story quickly turns from kind of freaky to full-blown demonic.
My son Jalen is 2.5. About 7 or 8 months ago, he started getting really bad dreams. it started to progress into night terrors, and recently it is full blown. There's a monster coming out of my closet, not wanting to go to bed, not wanting anything to do with his room. Like, from the time he wakes up, he's up, like he's not going back to bed. So this has been going on for like probably about a month now. Didn't really know what to think of it, so I just kind of wrote it off. Well, the other night he woke up belligerent. It was no dream. The monster was here. He came out of my closet. He came to get me. He was mad. So I bring him out in the living room, and he's like, "You see him, Mommy? The monster's right there. He's behind you. You see him?" I look behind me where he's pointing. All of the hairs on the back of my neck stood up. My whole body got covered in chills. I could feel it. Whatever he saw, I could feel it. He was like following it around the room with his eyes. He told me that it was going into my daughter's room and was going to get my daughter. She starts screaming. I run in the room. She's passed out, knocked out, sleeping, cold. I run back out living room, shut her door. My son's like freaking out, saying he's not safe. He wants to go to his Grammys. He's like, "I'm not safe here, Mommy." I don't know what it is. I know it's dark. I know it's evil. I don't know what to do. If anybody knows anything, please message me. Please comment anything. Thank you.
It starts off as nightmares for this young child, but then quickly turns full-blown into a monster in the closet. But then it seems like whatever this thing is starts terrorizing him in real life, to the point where he can identify what this thing looks like. Whatever this is incredibly dark, and I think that the mother's reaction to it speaks volumes. Number one, the fact that she could like feel it around the room when her son pointed it out, I think that that's huge. And also the part where her son says, "It's gonna go get, sister," or whatever, and her daughter then screams from the other room in the middle of her sleep and like doesn't wake up at all. It gives me chills. It freaks me out really badly. This might be the scariest thing I've ever seen on TikTok, because it not only feels so real, but it just feels so dark and dangerous and scary for this mom and her kids. Like, what are the chances that little girl would have screamed in her sleep right when the little boy said that the demon was going to get his sister? I don't think that that's a coincidence. The poster did ask for help, and she does seem kind of into witchcraft here on TikTok, so I wanted to give a bit of advice if she happens to stumble across this video. Doing a bit of smoke cleansing using incense or a candle, whatever you want really. If you don't want to smoke cleanse, you can also steam cleanse with like boiling water. Just doing a bit of that could be really good to kind of reset the vibe in your home. Open the windows, go around, set your intentions of nothing being within your home that could ever harm you, harm your family, no unwelcome energy, and I think that that would be a good clean slate to start. The next tip that I would have would be to, after setting those intentions, to banish whatever might be in the home, to set some serious boundaries. And you can do that either mentally and through like, meditation and kind of like setting up a spiritual bubble of sorts, or if you want to do something more physically, you can set a ring of salt around your house, which is very helpful and very useful. I think that maybe that could be a good way to banish whatever is in the space and kind of give them a clean slate of sorts. She has updated on this since, but I wish nothing but good things for this poor family. And, this poor mom, I can only feel so terrible for her not being able to physically fight this like monster who seems to be clinging on to her kid. It's really awful. Video number 13 is a bit of a return to something we have known about for a very long time. This is the TikTok account Time to Wait. You might be surprised to hear about this on the haunted side of TikTok, given that we have known for a long time that Time to Wait is an ARG, an alternate reality game, like a work of fiction. However, I wanted to sneak this in here because while it isn't haunted, it certainly is deeply fascinating, and I didn't know where else to put this video, and it is just as scary as everything else that I've talked about. So everybody kept tagging me in the Time to Wait account on this one black and white video of whoever posted the video. It gives me chills actually to think about it, just showing their mouth wide open, like their teeth. And I was thinking to myself, like, what does this mean for the story? Like, I don't get it, it's going over my head. This is when I found out that Time to Wait, who has actually renamed herself as Mary on YouTube, I'm very excited to finally have a name to call her, The original poster of Time to Wait has revealed in her latest update video on the YouTube channel for Time to Wait that somebody has hacked into the Time to Wait account, and that's not her posting. What's even stranger, however, is it turns out that this is not just a random person. Mary had left behind when she moved out of that house in Arizona where everything was happening with Backshed. Also, if you're not familiar with the story, I have multiple videos on it and you definitely want to watch it. But basically, the poster had moved out of this insanely haunted home that we've been covering here on my channel. And when they left like this hourglass thing there is almost like an homage to the house as like a memento to leave behind. Whoever hacked the account, the Time to Wait account, had shown that hourglass in a video. There are other videos that the hacker has posted. I really can't quite decipher what they're supposed to mean, but thought I'd toss it in here as an update for those of you who have loved the Time to Wait account as much as I have. TikTok number 14 is by far the scariest thing in this video. I'm just gonna preface it with that. This is maybe the scariest thing I've ever seen in my life. I don't think I hate a piece of media as much as I hate this. I know I'm hyping it up quite a bit, but Jesus Christ, this is nuts. This video comes from A_Marie1026. They show what may seem at first like their cat just kind of staring off into the darkness of a hallway. That is, until you see something emerge from the dark. Something, I don't think someone, something crawls over the left of the door frame. It freaks me out. Like, it gives me the most god-awful feeling watching this. Crawls over the door frame and just stares at the cat. Like, it seems, am I crazy for thinking it seems like it's smiling? I don't even know if you can really see like a smile in the video, but that's like what I kept thinking. Like, it seemed really like scary and smiling, and you could see the light bouncing off of its eyes. Its arm was also just so long, and I despised it, so I wanted you to see it with me. There is something so deeply sinister about this video, and I'm so glad to say that this was something that was posted when they were moving out of their apartment. They don't live there anymore, thank God. Last but not least, from the TikTok account El Kukui TV. This last TikTok comes from a man who supposedly lives alone with no children. In this video, which seems to be just captured on a security camera, he's just playing VR and probably enjoying his best life on Beat Saber or something, I don't know. That is until what looks like a small child emerges from the right door frame off to the side of where he's playing. This kid just kind of stares at him for a minute. It looks like they're wearing like a white dress or a towel or something, and the light is bouncing off their eyes so brightly, but they're looking right at this guy, and they seem really curious before they start to walk away. What I found really weird was the man playing the Beat Saber seemed pretty smooth. There wasn't like a lot of lagging in his movement, but the footage of this little kid seems really jerky, and like I can't explain why. It just seems like distorted in a way, but not in a way where I think it's like faked. Just in a way where it seems like the camera almost like glitched on it. This video scares the heck out of me, but also kind of makes sense. Like, if you were a kid ghost, you'd probably be pretty into VR as well, given that it's basically like a giant toy, you know? The sun has almost completely gone down now, and I think that that's a perfect time to call an end to this video, especially since we have officially gone through all 15 of these new haunted TikToks from the haunted side of TikTok. Let me know down below if you have a favorite favorite out of these or one that just tends to freak you out the most. I want to say a special thank you to my subscriber Stephanie for being a member of this channel. If you guys want to join my channel memberships, get access to one extra members exclusive video every single month, as well as members only posts here on this channel, a lot of updates, get some insight into what my next videos are and how they're coming along. All you have to do is hit that little join button. It should be somewhere around the screen, and we would love to have you. For now, thank you so much for watching. If you did enjoy the video, go ahead and give me a thumbs up. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I love you very, very much, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!